What's up, guys? Today I'm going to go over some of the new things that I learned out at Valor Ridge, and I'm going to start out with some one-handed pistol manipulations. You might have noticed I have an older video, you might have already seen it, with some pistol manipulations, and it's pretty good. Nothing in there is really a bad technique, but I learned some new techniques on how I'm going to start practicing and how I'm going to start doing it, and I just wanted to show you the new way that I'm actually revamping that. And that's really cool, because that's what this channel is about. Of course I'm learning, and you're going to see how my opinions change on things, and then that will help you develop your own opinions on everything. So I'll start out with some one-handed manipulations, and then I'm going to go into some positions on the ground that I had never seen and I thought was really cool. So here we go. Okay, so you'll have to bear with me because I'm trying out a new position, carry position, just giving it a shot. So this will be actually my first time doing some of these techniques that I'm showing you in this carry position. But if you remember, in my last video I had actually showed the one-handed draw, where I had my hand out like this. I took my thumb and then I actually stuck it over. That would still work for back here, but what he showed us in the class that I ended up really liking, because I found it better whenever you're wanting to do reloads and things like that, is, of course, one-handed. You pull the shirt up and kind of do the same motion where you're pulling it back, and then actually just tuck it in behind your holster. So now it's just there, it's just tucked in, it's completely out of the way. And then I'll actually grab my gun and do the whole thing. So this is what that will actually look like. And at that time my shirt actually came untucked, which sucks for later on, but as long as you get the gun out and it's not caught up in the actual shirt when you're doing the draw, that's fine. That's successful draw. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some really cool double malfunction clearances. This will be a double feed. I'm going to really quickly show you how to actually set up a double feed so that you can practice this. So there's a round in the chamber right now, because there's always a round in the chamber. You're going to lock the slide to the rear. So now the slide is locked to the rear. I'm going to pull my magazine out. I'm going to take a bullet out. I'm going to put the magazine back in. And now I'm going to insert the bullet that I just took out right into the chamber. I'm going to make sure I push it all the way in. And this can be a little bit difficult, but you'll hear it pop and you'll see it actually fit in there. So now it has a double feed, and you'll want to pull your magazine back, your slide back, slowly let it forward. Now I have a double feed. Okay, so now we have our double feed set up, and we're going to do a double feed malfunction. Now, if you remembered in my previous video, I had to do a malfunction clearance, and to rack it one-handed, I had racked off my side. So what was going to be different here is I'm actually going to use my belt buckle in the front, and this is good because the gun is angled where it's not going to, even if I was to go down, it's going in between my legs, so I'm not pointing the gun at myself right here. On the side, I could potentially point the gun right at my leg. Most of the time it will still be angled to where it's going to be at the ground, but in a weird way, you could actually get it to this pointed at yourself. So this is what it looks like. Bang, bang, bang. Trigger goes soft. It's not working. You're going to tap, rack. Still doesn't work. So you're going to release this magazine, and this is another weird part. You get a really good grip. You're holding down your magazine release, and then magazine comes out. Obviously, sometimes you might have to do it twice. Rack 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Stick it back in your holster. Again, this is a new carry position, so grab fresh magazine, pull it out, stick it in your magazine, in your gun, put it in, rack, bang. And you should be wearing ear protection because that was loud as fuck. So that's what that looks like, and that's pretty much all of the one-handed manipulations that I had showed in my previous video, and I really like that. The little ninja kick, that's I'm not going to go into super big detail on that in this video because a regular guy said he's going to he's gonna make a more detailed video about that. So I'll just link his in whenever he uploads that. But basically what I'll say really quickly is hold on to it tight. First time I did it, gun just like that. So hold on to that gun really tight. Now I'm gonna go into some on the ground positions. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you some positions on the ground that I thought were really sweet. So obviously you got your sitting down, and then you can lay down. One thing that he had mentioned is he doesn't like this position because your legs are potentially getting flagged, which brings up a good point. So what he was actually showing us is what he called fetal positions. So we actually rolled over to our side and tucked our legs in, and then when he had us when we were on our right side, well, that's not good, piece of shit. So when he had us when we were on our right side, he actually had us put the gun in between our legs and then line up the shot. And you get a lot of support that way because you're actually supporting it with your legs and you're pinching it in. So that was really cool. One thing on the left side, he actually had us go out over to the left, and then he would, for some reason, he didn't want us to go in between again. He wanted us to go up and over. So I haven't played around with that a whole lot. Honestly, I like between the legs a little bit more. So I'm gonna take both techniques into consideration, and I'm gonna play with them and see which one I actually like more. But as of right now, I'll go ahead and say that I like the between the legs better because you can brace with your legs and you can get some good leverage. By the way, that's a Phobos paddle holster for double mags, and you just seen it on camera. It sucks ass, so remember that. Okay, so that was just some of the techniques I learned out there. That was really interesting to me. Keep a lookout for the one-handed ninja chop thing that I was talking about, because a regular guy, he's gonna put up a video. He told me he was gonna put up a video with going into that, probably in more detail than what I just did. So when he does, I'll link that in, and just keep an eye on the channel because we actually have some really cool stuff coming in. We got another giveaway lined up. I'm not gonna give the secret away yet, but we ordered some new products and we're going to test them out and then give one of them away. So keep an eye out for that, and thanks for watching.